Globe Sports Team presents your Southern Tier Kickoff.
Good morning, and once again, thank you for starting your Saturday right here on the Southern Tier Kickoff Show. I'm Zach Grady, and the rest of the STK team will be joining us in just one moment. But we're going to start your Saturday off live. We are going to head to Grady Field, and we are getting ready for the 65th battle for the Cortaca Jug. 12 Sports' Keith Savage is live on the Cortland campus as we are just about 25 minutes away or so from kickoff of that game. Keith, what is that atmosphere like right now at Grady Field?
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm here right outside of Grady Field for the 65th Cortaca Jug game. People, they're starting to walk in, get it loud and rowdy, but this game is in line to be an entertaining one. There's not been a back-to-back winner in the last 4 matchups. The Red Dragons, they're entering this game with a 21-game win streak, just been on fire. But Ithaca, they defeated them 2 years ago at Yankee Stadium when 2023. Cortland won because of their quarterback, Zach Boyce, over 400 yards in the game. It was just on fire. And last game, they almost lost to Brockport. They hit a game-winning field goal with less than a minute remaining to go win that game 29-28. But the big surprise of that matchup was sophomore Sam Cotton. He didn't play at all a wide receiver in his freshman year. He was defensive back. Then this season, he didn't play a single game. All of a sudden, until last week, and he had 10 catches, 140 yards, and a touchdown in his very first game. But they're led by their running back, Ethan Gallo. He has been on a tear. 19 rushing touchdowns. This is absurd numbers. That's why it's the second most in Division III. This squad has just been lethal all around the field. But before the game, I had an opportunity to speak with head coach Kurt Fitzpatrick about why he is so excited that this game is back at Grady Field.
It's been a few years since we've hosted, but it's just so great for Cortland, the city, our campus community, our alumni, just to come back here. We don't have homecoming at Cortland because we have Cortaca, so you know this is like our homecoming game of sorts, and it's going to be a great one.
Yeah, but on the Ithaca side, they've been on fire. They started out the season a little slow, but now they're 6-3 on a 5-game win streak. And the big reason why, they switched their quarterback. It's now a sophomore called Matthew Parker. In the last 4 games, he's been showing off why he should be the starter. 250 yards and 2 touchdowns per game is what he's averaging in the year. A guy who truly has been unstoppable. But before the game, I spoke with head coach Michael Turper about what they have to do to get the win over SUNY Cortland.
We have to play our best game of the year. It's the best team we've faced all year, and we have to know we have to be firing on all cylinders, and also just make sure that we really sink to the level of our training when it comes to the fundamentals of football, the administrative side of things, and most importantly, protecting the football.
Yeah, even though it's been all SUNY Cortland in the last 2 seasons now, this game still is probably going to be a close one because, you know, when you play your rivals, it tends to be a close battle, and that's what I'm looking forward into this game with Ithaca and Cortland, because Cortland, they showed last week they could lose a ball game, something we haven't seen this entire year. But this is the Red Dragons' last game before they begin their playoff run, while Ithaca, they kind of have to win this game if they want to make the playoffs. So it's something that's going to be important on both sides to kind of get a feel. But Ithaca, watch out for defensive back Jake Connolly. I spoke with him. He's very excited for this ball game, and he leads his team in tackles by a wide margin. So it's going to be a fun one. But that's all I have here. Kickoff is set very shortly at noon. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Keith, I don't know if we can add anything to that. I mean, you killed it up there. So much information. Thank you for joining us, and we are looking forward to that contest, that 65th Cortaca Jug game. Michael Villegas, Kyle Spizak, Kevin Quinn joining us now. Thank you for joining us here at the Southern Tier Kickoff Show. Guys, 65th Cortaca game, it's here. It's exciting. It's the biggest D3 game in all of sports. I know it's already got its shout out on that other sports show here this morning that's going on that you shouldn't be watching. But Kevin, how excited are you for this morning?
Yeah, I'm excited. Like Keith mentioned, Ithaca is on a real hot streak right now. Their defense especially has been playing pretty well. If you break into some of those statistics, I do have a few that he didn't have, which is pretty lucky.
Surprise
here.
there, yeah.
But top 10 in all of D3 across a lot of important defensive statistics, but the Cortland offense is a powerhouse. I do think Cortland will, you know, keep rolling here, but I think it'll be a fun one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and anytime you get these teams together, anytime you get rivals together like that, it's always going to be close. As you know, he mentioned, you know, no back-to-back winner in the last few years. That's just what happens. It's like a divisional matchup in the NFL for sure. I know you've gotten a chance to get to a couple of these games. How exciting is this afternoon on campus?
I mean, I was talking to somebody the other day. I described this as the Iron Bowl of Division III football. Like, you really can't get an atmosphere like that anywhere else in D3, especially with how close it is, just a couple 30 minutes or so away. That's built for a rivalry right there. You got a good defense going up against a really, really good offense, and Zach Boyce, possibly one of the best quarterbacks in all of Division III. That's going to be just a great matchup.
And then just real quick, I know you have gotten a chance to see both teams in action. You got to go to I think a game earlier, been at Cortland a couple of times. What can people expect this afternoon?
I'm hoping to expect a good game, like you said earlier, a rivalry game. You never really know what's going to happen, but I think, like Kevin said, Cortland is a very powerful team right now.
They are on a 22-game winning streak, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And let's take a look at that forecast today for football. For anyone who might be, you know, watching Southern Tier Kickoff, getting a late start to the morning, and we'll catch the second quarter of Cortica action. STK's chief meteorologist, Howard Manges, has a look at today's weather.
You know, it seems each time I do this forecast for this show, it ends up being a nice day. And you know what? Today, that trend continues. It's going to be a beautiful day. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a little windy. Kicking game might be a little bit of an issue. But, you know, as far as the weather, does it get any better than that in mid-November? We're talking temperatures in the mid-40s, excuse me, in the morning. And then by halftime, we're going to be looking at increasing amounts of sunshine. So it really is going to turn out to be a beautiful day. Again, only downfall is going to be a little bit of a gusty wind at times.